Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. It's time for Taking the Wheel Wednesdays, and it is Melissa. Today we're going to discuss 3 reasons why change can be difficult. So we absolutely know that transitions and time of change can come with a plethora of just overwhelming emotions. They can range from anxiety, worry, fear, but then they also can be happiness and excitement and anticipation. And so sometimes it's difficult for us to manage like all these different feelings that are inside of us when it comes to transition and change. So 3 reasons why they can be difficult. One is that sometimes we have to cope with the loss of the expectations of what we might have wanted. So one thing that we know is that all change isn't necessarily or doesn't necessarily feel good in the beginning. There can be something that has made or contributed to a major shift and a major change, which was something that you didn't plan for, you didn't want, it was unexpected, and you don't quite view it as a good thing. And so in your mind, you were expecting something different. So now the fact that the reality of what you expected doesn't match what actually is can be disappointing. It can be hard. It can feel as if you have to grieve what it was that you once wanted. So on the other side, we can experience change that we see as good, something that we did expect, that we did want, that we did plan for. So this brings us to our second point, because although sometimes we can be so excited about a change, it can come with overwhelm and anxiety. We can be very worried about getting everything done, doing everything right, trying to figure out the next steps, because the reality is what we are stepping into, even if it's something that we want and we're excited about, it's something different. It's something that we probably haven't experienced before, which makes the change process a little bit difficult sometimes to navigate. So the second reason why is that sometimes we can be overwhelmed with anxiety and just the worry and the perfectionism that can sometimes come with wanting to navigate a change process the best as possible, especially when it's something that we are looking forward to. And the very final reason on why change can be difficult is the very essence of having to plan the next steps. And so again, when we step into or we transition into something that we haven't experienced before, whether we're looking forward to it or whether we're not looking forward to it, we absolutely have to figure out what's next. We have to make reality what our future now holds. And sometimes that can be very overwhelming. It can be very difficult. And it may make us aware and show us that we might need a little bit of support. We don't know it all. We can't figure it all out. And so we need someone to help and support us to navigate this next thing, to help us to align and to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for the best reality possible, whether we wanted it or whether we didn't, for what the next steps are going to be. So that was 3 reasons why change can be difficult. Just to review, one is that a reality of what we wanted or what we expected completely shifted, and we now have to deal with the loss of what those expectations were. The second can be just anxiety and overwhelm that comes with something shifting and needing to change and be in a transition process. And the very last reason is just having to plan and execute the next step. And we may realize that we might need a little bit of support doing that. If you have any questions, if you're in the midst of process and change and you just want to discuss something, run something by someone, you absolutely can ask questions, send messages, but we absolutely want you to have an awesome rest of your Wednesday. We're looking forward to seeing you next week, and have a good one.